Hello Libra, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Libra is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. That's totally free, doesn't cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Libra, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we begin with the Chariot card. This could be a Cancer person in your life, or maybe you have a strong Cancer placement. This could be something that is actually relating to your vehicle. Let's put it into some context. Let's see what's going on here. This card obviously has a lot of meanings. It's a very strong card. It's a very prepared card. I'm getting a feeling, though, that you've been waiting for something for a long time, because I'm looking at this Chariot card and I feel like you've been in the car, keys in the ignition for a long time, just waiting to go, waiting to do it. There's the Four of Pentacles, interesting. Six of Cups, very nice. Four of Wands, Princess, a Two of Swords, a Prince of Pentacles, and a Six of Swords, very nice. I can see that you have been almost losing hope about something. I feel like you kind of had this, there's this vibe with you that you put this intention out into the world, right, with this Ace of Wands here. And it's just kind of like you're trying to, and I've been talking about this for a while now, about the understanding the process of change, being in harmony with the process of change so that we can nudge the universe in the direction of our will, of our desires, of our plans, of our purpose. And I feel like you've done that. And I feel like you've been waiting for the response, you know? I feel like you have. You've been in the car like this, like, when am I going to get the green light? You know, when you ever get that experience when you're stuck in the car? For those of you that drive, I know not everybody drives. I wish I didn't have to drive. But you get stuck at a red light, and it goes on, and it goes on, and it goes on, and the traffic on the other side, they get to go. You think, okay, it's my turn next. No, now the people on the other side get to go. Okay, well, now it's got to be my turn, so I'm getting ready. No, now those people over there get to go again, but what about me? Right, so what do? I've seen people just drive through the red light. Don't do that. I've seen people turn around and say, I'm going a different way. Or some people wait at the light, and they say, it's going to happen, and if I can just be patient, or you're waiting for a train to go by, that's even worse, right? They feel infinite. The trains feel, at least in the Midwest here in the U.S., they feel endless. They go on and on and on. And I think, would it be easier if I just turned around and found a different route? But then I think, no. By the time I did that, I'd be putting so much extra time onto my trip that I could have just waited here and then gone straight through to where I was going. I just need more patience. So to me, both of those are kind of this idea of what we've been feeling. And I think we've gone through these impulses of, should I speed through the light? Should I go around the, should I turn around? Should I try to go around the train or find the end or find a different route? Is this the universe telling me that I'm not meant to go there today? Let's select the mystery card though, before I get totally lost here. The mystery card is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. We're going to put Tiny Bob Ross right there on top. We all love Tiny Bob Ross and regular size Bob Ross, I guess. But we're not going to look at that card until the end. It will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need. And if you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. Don't wait too long. All right. Let's do it together as an exercise in intuition, but first let's look around the room. We only have this one major arcana, so Spirit is kind of concentrated in this Chariot card right now. And I think Spirit's showing me a turtle. And I think that some of you, that's going to kind of resonate as a confirmation or as a synchronicity. But I think it's also kind of meant to be a joke, the turtle, right? Real slow. But what happens, right? The turtle wins the race. Yeah, slow and steady. So it kind of feels like we're just kind of idling in the car, but we can make use of this time in other ways, and I think you have been. And I think that's a very positive thing on your end. I don't think you've been idling. I think you've been, clipping your nails. I think that you've been reading a book, catching up on emails. The car's in park, right? You're not going anywhere. You can safely have a conversation, right? Or you can think, or you can look out the window and ponder the existence of life, right? Point is, you haven't been idling. You've been making progress, even if it doesn't quite seem like it. But I do think that you've put in this. We've got. Let's go through real quick. We got fire. We've got water. We've got a lot of air here, and then we've got our earth energies there, and we've got our earth energies here. So you've put in this will. You, I think, understand that life is change, that you are going to change your thoughts, your beliefs, right? The air and water that we always talk about here. Your desires, your goals, your end game, the results of your work are going to change. We believe something now, and that belief can change. We feel something, we desire something now, that can change, and it will change, and it's supposed to change. That's why when I get a 10 of Pentacles on this channel, I say this is the picture of your best life, and I want you to get out your pencil and paper and draw the picture of your best life. The reason we do it in pencil, so we can erase, so we can edit, so we can change, so that picture can grow and evolve as we do, right? And I think that you understand. I think you've been paying attention, Libra. I really do. And I appreciate that. And I think that you have put in this will, this intention, this idea, this inspiration kind of out into the universe to help nudge change along in the direction of your will, of your success, of your purpose. And I think that you've applied this ace, which is really a consciousness. It is an awareness. Right? You understand the process of change on really all levels of being. Right? The fiery, creative, spiritual plane, the watery, emotional, intuitive plane. You understand the process of change definitely on the intellectual or mental plane, but on the physical plane too. And so since you understand that process, and you understand that that process really requires the heart and the mind to be in harmony. For us to be in harmony with change, we have to be in harmony with ourselves. And harmony, was the 6 of Cups up here at the top of the path of the dove, doesn't mean that things don't move. It's not just a harmony, things are glued together. It's saying we're going to cooperate. We're going to work with each other. We're going to be allies, right? The heart and the mind. Right? Or the spirit, the will, and the body, right? Fire to earth. Implementing these changes in our lives. Having this intention and then trying to get the manifestation out, We're in harmony with the process of change. We know that we're changing, and life is changing, the universe is in a constant state of flux, and it's a process, right? We are humans doing, not humans being. Right? I love that one. And so I think you have this awareness and you have that kind of peacefulness about it. And that's why we can sit in the car at the red light and not worry about it. It'll go green when it goes green, when it's meant to be. And I think really that is what's happening for you right now. And I think that you have this intention. You are trying to foster change, or let's say nurture the change, right? You're not trying to force anything. We don't have any 5s here, thankfully. You're not trying to force your will on the world. No, you've put your intention out there. And now it's a matter of the universe kind of responding. And change sometimes is very slow. I think there's a physical component to this change that we're looking for. It could be something health related, or fitness more like. Not so much, health as in illness or something or injury, but wellness, well-being, fitness, right? That we're trying to make changes, and it could be that it's really in that kind of turtle's pace, right? We're trying to, in my case, trying to lose weight, right? Trying to be healthy, or trying to get my breathing back to where it was before I got sick last month. It's a slow process. We're putting the intention in there. We know things are changing, and we know that we have to live in harmony with change and with all the variables of life. So we've got that Four of Pentacles, and it looks like it's not moving. But it is. Maybe it was going slower than you thought. I think things are going to pick up the pace. We've got a Four of Wands now in the future, and I think that this is going to be really the completion of one cycle of things for you. So I feel like you have this intention. Let's say you're working on saving money or building your cardiovascular fitness, right? I feel like this is one intention that we put out into the universe, and I feel like we've got to continue to do that. It's not just like you. I'm trying to think of a good analogy here. When you're entering when you're calling a radio station, right, to win the tickets to the game, you don't just call once, right? I remember as a kid, anyway, I used to do this. Call over and over and over again. You keep calling. You keep sending if you're trying to publish something, you don't just send it to one publisher and just think, I hope it works. You send it to 1 million people. Send it to everybody, right? And I feel like that's kind of what the Four of Wands is advising or showing in the future, that there's a lot more for you to kind of will and manifest, right? So this to me is really progress. And it's showing to me, I think, that things are going to start picking up a lot faster for you. The turtle's going to start moving a lot faster. The light's going to go green, really, is what I'm feeling. We've got the Knight of Swords underneath the surface here. I don't know if there's an older male energy in your life that has passed, but I feel like they're still with you, and I feel like there's still kind of, I feel like there's still a communication there with them. Right? That it's let's say it's an ancestor or a spirit guide. It could be dad, grandpa, it could be an older sibling, uncle, it could be great something. But I feel like there's still a dialogue there. I feel like you speak to them and they speak back, right, in some way. So I feel like there is this, or it could be, I'm even getting the feeling, though it's weird with the Swords cards, I'm almost feeling that there is a spirit or an angel that's kind of with you. And it could be this ancestor spirit guide energy. But I feel like there's a conversation, I feel like even right now they're telling you something about me, right? This is very fun. But what is even more fun to me is when we've got this kind of the Princess of Swords, in this interaction, in this dialogue, these two, it's kind of like you're having this conversation, and the spirit will tell you something, and you'll be like, no, that's not the answer, or bad. It's like when you don't want to hear something, you kind of jokingly brush it off, not in a negative way, but you're just like, you're wrong, but it's kind of in a joking way. It's very jovial. And this makes me kind of laugh. It's kind of funny. We're going to move to the path of the serpent now. And as we do this, I'd like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. And it really does help out the channel. And I appreciate that. All right. So let's go over here. Now, we talked about the Princess of Swords. And this, I think, not only with the dialogue here with your spirit guide or your angel, guardian angel, or ancestor, I feel like this is also all the different thoughts that you've kind of been, all the different conversations you've had with yourself and just out loud and with this entity, which to me was everything I said. Well, should I wait at the light? Should I just go through the intersection? Should I call somebody? Should I turn around? and go a different route? Should I just go home? Should I get out and walk? I mean, there's all these things that go through your head, right? And so I think that's part of you trying to be in harmony with the process of change, right? Things didn't go as predicted, right? Things didn't happen as fast as we wanted them to. We have to adapt, and we have to try to live in harmony with that process of change. So we're trying to kind of think about all these different things to do, and we come to the realization that just need to exercise some patience. You know, just because I'm in a hurry doesn't mean the traffic lights are going to operate any differently. Maybe there's some kind of malfunction. That has nothing to do with me. I didn't do it, right? I didn't cause it. So there's this harmony, yeah. And I think part of that is the Two of Swords as well, because the Two of Swords is in the position of the environment. And that's really, that's us trying to suspend that intellectual activity, trying to suspend the internal dialogue that we have, right, with ourselves, saying, gosh, maybe this isn't the right, maybe I was wrong, maybe I should have gone that way. We start spinning our wheels, yeah. But this card is reminding us that all we're doing is idling, spinning our wheels. There's nothing productive is going to come from this unless it leads you to that harmony and that kind of acceptance and realization, like, there's really nothing, I didn't cause this. And maybe the best course of action is to kind of turn around and go a different route, right? I'm not saying you should stay at the red light, you know, all night or anything. You have to make the decision to take the action that you know is in harmony with the process of change, right? If suddenly the street lights are malfunctioning or the traffic lights are malfunctioning, you have to adapt. You have to harmonize with that. Things are going to be changing. Now you have to change. Maybe you got to change your plan or your route or your course or something like that, right? But this is the idea that let's not spin our wheels. Let's reach this kind of transcendent decision, because the Two of Swords always talks about the transcending of that kind of duality. Do I stay or do I go? Do I go left or do I go right? Let's stop thinking of pros and cons, left and right, and let's kind of, you know, let's invoke our higher perception here to get us back to that harmony, right? And so I think that this is really the process that you've been in, and really what's happening now is you're being given this green light, Spirit's saying, okay, you've got a lot more work to do now. And that's the Prince of Pentacles. This is the builder. This is now a steady course. This is now, you've kind of, I don't want to say that you've initiated the process of change, but I want to say that you've initiated the nudge, right? That change happens, and again, if you understand the process, then you have a little bit of an influence on which way it goes. You can try to nudge it in the direction of your success, right? And now that you've done that, you've got to build on that. You've got to keep going with that. Now you've nudged things in a certain direction, and they're kind of drifting now in that way. You've got to take advantage. You've got to basically capitalize on that, right? Use that as a way to improve your life for yourself and your loved ones, okay? I think this is that big win. This is that jackpot in life. You're getting the green light for something that you've been waiting for, something that you've kind of put in motion. Now's the time. Seize it and start building upon it. We've got a Six of Swords as well as the Six of Cups. So you really do live in harmony with the process of change. And as long as you keep these two in mind, in this case, when your mind starts going in different places, different directions, let's come back to the harmony. If your heart were to start doing the same thing and you're kind of, you find that your desires, your interests, your wants, your kind of the movement of your soul is changing, you have to harmonize with that. You don't have to try to adhere. Maybe in 6 months you're not going to want the same things you want now. That's okay. We've got to harmonize with that. All right? Because our goal is always to improve our lives for ourselves, for our loved ones, for the entire universe, by extension, as far out as we want to go, but for ourselves and those around us. Yeah. Let's look at the mystery card. I bet this is going to be another one of these green light cards, jackpot card, Wheel of Fortune. Empress energy would be wonderful. Let's see. What else? Maybe, I mean, another 6, I guess. I'm not going to be opposed to getting another 6. A 6 of Wands, a 6 of Pentacles would be okay too. If you have a prediction, I want you to put that prediction down in the comments. All right, let's see what we have. It's not a 6, it's a 5. A 5 of Wands, and that I think's okay, because this is telling me that, look, you have this idea, this will, this implementation, this idea, this whatever this intention is, and you've applied that to the force. You applied that to the world as it is around you, to the with the understanding of the process of change, right? This is you kind of nudging the universe. Well, it worked. Here's the 5. Now things are moving. So it's like if you think of outer space, right? Zero gravity. You nudge something, and it's going to just keep going. And it's going to go in that same direction, right? It's got that momentum. It's that inertia. A body in motion stays in motion until it's acted upon by a force. Well, in outer space, there's no force, right? There's no air. There's no resistance. Unless something inside this changes course or slows it down or speeds it up, or unless you kind of nudge it again in a different direction. But you've set this in motion. And now it's kind of like, now you're responsible for it, So I think this is the confirmation that says your efforts really did get the ball rolling, really did set this thing in motion, And now, of course, you've got to capitalize on it. You got to take advantage of it. You wanted this. Now it's happening. Do it, right? This is really, really, really good energy. I want to thank you for being here. We're going to do an extended reading. Click on the link in the corner or down below in the video description. New readings for Libra, Wednesday and Saturdays, 6 a.m. Chicago time, but I'm here every day. Just come on back tomorrow, okay? If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. Leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.